that certainly opens up driving lane opportunities for Anthony Edwards.
It was Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive assignment, and he was about 15 feet away when he got that ball. Brooks answers right back, and Memphis is now on the board.
Knocking down 2 right away. Let's see if Memphis makes an adjustment on Anderson.
Kyle Anderson has the best plus-minus of any Timberwolf. Jackson inside out of the post. Morant, who had the last bucket for Memphis, just waiting to hear his name announced as an all-star for the second time. Seems like a sure thing.
I think you're right. And understanding what the goals and objectives are for this franchise. And obviously health, Matt, is of the utmost importance. But sure, Edwards has been incredible. I think he's...
Of the event and the reality of the selection process, coaches tend to value winning, as they should.
I agree. And look, it just doesn't work out, but he has played at an all-star level for sure this season.
Brandon Clarke with that odd motion. Anderson cross court to Edwards here. We'll go baseline, cut off by Brooks, pull up jumper, no.
And sorry, Matt, one thing that's interesting is, you know, without Desmond Bane, and Minnesota known for packing the paint, and John Morant.
Anderson now with 11 points. He averages 8 a game. A great early start for him. Aldama got some space, chose not to shoot. He's a decent three-point shooter. Morant will try it from deep. And John Morant shows off a little range. It'll be very interesting for sure. Anderson sits down with his 3rd foul. Gobert makes for an interesting puzzle for sure. And you can see it in the numbers. They are considerably better defensively when he's on the floor, but considerably worse offensively when he's on the floor.
And Matt, they gave up a lot for him too.
Grizzlies don't have one of their real weapons on the offensive end in Steven Adams, who will be out 3 to 5 weeks with a knee injury. Scramble here, Edwards up top. Grizzlies got a hand on that. How best to use his very particular set of skills. Grizzlies up against the shot clock.
And that's how you get going if you're Jaren Jackson Jr. Been struggling a little bit. Extra hustle plays, get on the glass, see the ball go through the basket, see if that transfers to more opportunities for him.
And a turnover for Minnesota. No transition opportunity available to them. Morant down to Clarke. Over Gobert. Back brings it. The big fella comes down with it.
The trade was made to put together a dominant tandem with him and Karl Anthony Towns, and obviously Towns not in the game right now, and Towns' ability to shoot the ball really spaces the floor. Now you have 4 around 1, similar to what Gobert saw and played with in Utah.
for better or worse.
Exactly.
Here's Brooks in traffic. For better or worse.
Exactly.
Here's Brooks in traffic. Took on 3 Timberwolves. Can't go, but Brandon Clarke with the cleanup. And he's now got 15. 13-point margin for Minnesota. Memphis nearly turns it over. Gobert with the block. Jackson defended by Knight, and that's a foul. And Jaren Jackson Jr. gets to the free throw line. Russell working on Zaire Williams. It's this very good Memphis rebounding team, even without Steven Adams on the floor. Clarke off the pass from Morant. Pulls up in transition. They'll reset the offense. Mismatch with Aldama in front of him. Working on it. Past him. Good contest by Clarke. It wound up in Reed's hands.
He is box office like Steph Curry, so you can understand why the fans voted and the fans would love to see Ja as well.
Right, and that would definitely be the reasoning behind a vote for Ja over Steph Curry.
Oh, there's a lob. Clarke couldn't handle it. 15 turnovers tonight.
It's been like a shoot-around tonight for Kyle Anderson. He's been essentially by himself in the corner for much of the evening. Morant drops it to Clarke, who drops it home. Rivers. That's off. They collect the board, and so one half the mission accomplished. Who knew? Rudy Gobert playmaking. Clarke with the bucket on the other end.
Zachary, directed by Tom Hewitt. Brian Wright with graphics. Bill Word, a.k.a. Shrek, our digital replay lead tonight. A Jared triple out of the